welcome to this ETETutor video. This is for GCSE Edexcel English Language students who are doing Paper 2, Section A, Reading, and this time we're looking at question number 6. So this is one of the longer questions again. 15 marks available here, so we're looking roughly 15 minutes. And what you're supposed to do in this one is create a mini essay. And the clue there is that word evaluate. So you're looking to create a collection of paragraphs that provide a critical overview of the text. Okay, so this question involves sight. So you're going to be asked to look at either setting, ideas, themes, events, and that's going to be the question focus. So what we're going to do now is read that question out and just talk about that question focus. So what you'll get is a statement at the beginning, and this is a clue as to what you're going to be covering in your own essay. So Leo Marks attempts to engage the reader through the description of his relationship with the girls. So that's our focus. We're looking to comment on the description of his relationship with the girls. This is really important that you don't go off topic here and you really try and focus in all your points on what you're being asked to do, rather than just thinking, oh, I can really see that the writer's engaging the reader here in this part, but it's not really about the question focus. Don't go for it. Make sure you're picking those points that are really answering the question. So we read this statement and then we're asked to evaluate how successfully this is achieved. Support your views with detailed reference to the text. So again, evaluate. So you're working through critically and picking out key points and giving a positive appraisal. So these texts are not going to be a load of old rubbish that are badly written without any language devices. Obviously that's not what they're like. They're texts that have been chosen because there's an awful lot to say about them. So you've got to be positive. There's no point trying to rip it apart. You're focusing in on how things should work. So you might not have found something funny, but if it was an attempt at humour, then you recognise that that's what it is. I hope that makes sense. Okay, so what you're doing then is going through and just describing the different parts of the text that relate to this and showing how they engage the reader. But you don't have to cover language and structure here. There's no marks from your analysis of those aspects. So you're really just covering the ideas, the content. This is a content question, not language analysis or structural analysis. So again, you've got a certain amount of space to use. Try to stick to that and try to cover the whole text this time. Because you're talking about content, you want to make sure that whatever the question focuses, you follow it all the way through to the end of the piece. And as always with these ones, they want detailed reference to the text. Now this time it might be slightly different because, like we said, we're not picking apart the language, we're not zooming in. This is a bigger picture question. So it might be more just giving details. So paraphrasing what's going on, but sometimes an embedded quotation might be the quickest and easiest way to explain what you're trying to argue. All right then, I really hope that's helped. I know some people do struggle with this question. Going to be having a look at this with an example, a text that you can work through and try and come up with your own ideas in another video. So make sure you check that one out too. And as always, like and subscribe.